Hi, this is Jennifer with iCadenza, and I'm here with Alexey Steele, the founder and great thinker behind Classical Underground, a special arts movement in Southern California, and it's a real privilege to speak with you tonight.
Oh, it's so great to have you guys. It's wonderful what you guys do, because this is exactly sort of what I think it's so important, so wonderful to get across to this one new great young generation who is might not be involved with classical music, might have never heard it, but they know anything that is good and real whenever they touch it. So to give it to them in the most unpolluted form, in the most authentic form, in a way, what I was thinking tonight, there's so many ways that art is done for all the wrong reasons. Art is done for all the wrong reasons all the time. Great, as long as it pays, it's good. But at some point, art should be done for all the right reasons, when nothing but art is important. And I think, in my view, what Classical Underground was all about was about that, is to try to dilute and throw away everything as far as format, as far as that wrapper around, but to leave one thing that I call clarity of intent. Why, as we as artists, do what we do, and to give it in the cleanest, purest form, and then to see how the audience that knows everything about that, the art of painting, the art of music, and the audience that doesn't know anything about it, because that's the kind of mixture we have. People who know everything, great musicians, there's a huge amount of musicians in the audience. And the people that don't know pretty much anything about it. But the modern audience is sophisticated and refined enough to respond immediately if they know that this is for real. And that's what I think the experience of Classical Underground proves, that it does work.
Now, Classical Underground is a huge success, unbelievable. How did you get the idea, and what's it been like seeing it evolve over time to become something that everyone knows about and everyone has to come to?
I'm fortunate enough to know quite a lot of great musicians, really one of the greatest musicians of our time, personally, like intimately. And sometimes I felt, when all this conversation about, oh my God, what is going to be with the future of classical music, and I would always say, come on, guys. I am the living proof that any one of you who thinks that, oh my God, doom and gloom, is wrong. Like, how come? Because look at me, I'm your living proof. Because I don't have a single musical lessons in my life. I don't know a single note. For some odd reason, for whatever it is, I need it. So if I need it, economy of scales, just scale it up in the world. Few other people probably need it too. See, authenticity of experience is too rare of the commodity in this world. We live in a world of fake. We're inundated by advertisement, by commercial interest, and by fake. We're in Los Angeles. It's a la la land. It's a fake capital of the world. So what happens when you're inundated by fake and crap, essentially? Something that is authentic and real becomes scarce. It becomes unique. So it's not that you want that. I'm a huge opponent of crossover. You don't ponder. You don't cross over. Crossover is bend over. Pop is wonderful in its own way. Great. Pop culture, pop music, wonderful. You don't have to go there. Classical music is great on its own standing. It has its own rules, its own language. Don't waste this language. But present it right. Once presented right, it becomes unique, it becomes scarce, it becomes treasurable. And that's what we have. People who come here, I think, relate to that. And that's the greatest. That is, success is a strange word. The fact that the message gets across, that's a success.
And you're an artist. That's what you make your life doing. And so what inspires you in life, and how do you view various types of art, music, painting, interacting, and inspiring you for what you do?
Oh my God, I do it for purely selfish reasons. I just simply need it. I needed that. And now I'm studio-centric. In this place, I'm just paint all the time. So now I have best of it coming right here, and I just happen having incredible acoustics. I think modern society compartmentalized too much. Oh, this is music. Oh, this is painting. Oh, this is literature. And then it starts compartmentalizing from that point on. So to the point of a salad, it's hyper-specialized fields. Crap. It's not that. It's never been that way. Arts are various ways to translate the truth of heart. And in that point, audience becomes part of that experience. They're sharing exactly the same impulses. It's all part of the same. I think one of the big problem of the formal stage, which I'm a huge fan of all institutions, I love always go there. But I think structural problem is a separation of a performer and the audience. It's that two different worlds. And that's what we in the Classical Underground will break that. It's a complete interaction of a musician who is hanging out right there and the audience which is just completely interacting, and I think musicians picking up on that, and it's all inside of the painting. So that is where the arts meet. It's inside of the studio. It's inside of the working artist studio. It's surrounded by paintings, visual images in various degrees of completeness. So there is Classical Underground, it's not something that invites polished, final, steroid form like what you get in the recordings. Yeah, it's great, but you get tired of that polishness. You want the immediacy of experience when the guys. But that's it. That's where only musicians or artists of a certain level can allow themselves that level of freedom. You see what I mean? And it still would work. Any lesser of the musician of a lesser ability, it would never work. See, so that's why we're fortunate. We have these incredible musicians who can experiment and who try different things and who play almost to the point of free, classical jam forms once in a while at the very end. And it always works.